Hello, friends. Today's topic is your worst date. Let's rant.
I did a background check on a man mid-date. Mid-date. Like, have you ever been on a date where it's just like, I'm not even gonna call that a date, because that wasn't a date. Where you're just like, you know what, I need to look you up, because this is just, you played, sir. Like, you very much played, okay? And he wasn't crazy, but he definitely played. So how I met this man is so crazy. So we were Facebook friends for like 4 years. My whole high school, I used to talk to this guy on Facebook, right? Not exclusively, child. But whatever the case, I lived in Jacksonville. He lived in West Palm. I ended up going to school in Miami. So that's just like, I was only like 45 minutes away from him. So once I moved to Miami for school, he ended up coming to see me and we went on our first date, y'all. The date was terrible, terrible. And we never spoke again. Deleted each other on Facebook, deleted each other or unfollowed each other on Instagram, and we never spoke again. Okay, fast forward, I'm 24, I'm back living in Miami, and I'm posting all over my WhatsApp story because I'm talking to Caribbean men and they use WhatsApp, and he ends up seeing it, right? So he hits me up and he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were back in Miami. Like, I would have been taking you on a date. Like, let me take you out. We can do Taco Tuesday on Tuesday. It's like a Saturday that he's writing me this. So I'm like, okay, period. Let's take me on a date. And I love a good Taco Tuesday. I love a good margarita. So that was Saturday. Sunday, I don't hear from him. Monday, I don't hear from him. Tuesday, all day, I don't hear from him. And like 2 hours before, he calls me, he FaceTimes me, and he's like, oh, are you getting ready? Like, are you coming? And I'm like, dude, no, I haven't even, you ain't even hit me up. Like, plans was not confirmed, in my opinion. But he's like, oh, no, come. Like, I thought like we were all set to go. So against my better judgment, I went. Now, he sent me their little Taco Tuesday flyer. I didn't even look up the restaurant to like see what they like. I normally look up menus. I normally like look up pictures to get vibes. I don't know why. Maybe because it was like last minute. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going. I need to hurry up and get dressed. So he sent me the flyer, and all I looked at was the address. Now, once I pulled up, I realized that this was not, Taco Tuesday Mexican style where we get nice margaritas and we finna sit and eat tacos. This was Taco Tuesday Black people style. Okay, I pull up and I see red and blue flashing lights, strobe lights. I'm like, they're in here partying. I hear a DJ. I can look because they have both doors open. I can see hookah. I'm like, this is not no date. Like, I'm not going on a date right now. So I text him in. I'm like, okay, I'm outside. Where you at? And he's like, oh, come in. And I'm like, come in. Like, why are you not coming to get me and walking me in with you? Like, what's going on? But I'm like, maybe you got a table. Like what's up? Like, I wasn't feeling that. So the restaurant had like 2 doors. I could see into the first door, and it's like the bar, and I see some tables with hookah. And then the back doors, I could see it's like the open like dance floor or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna go through the back door so I'll see him before he sees me, right? So I walk in and I'm looking around. I'm looking at the tables. It's not that big of a place. I don't see him. So I sit down and I'm getting ready to text him, and then I hear the DJ come over the mic, and I look at the DJ, and he's the DJ. Sir, what? So I'm like, okay, this is not a date. You invited me to Taco Tuesday. You didn't tell me you was the DJ. I'm texting my sister like, girl, guess what? I'm texting my homegirl like, should I just leave? And I go back to the flyer, right? And so on the flyer it says music by, and then I guess it's his DJ name. But because I knew him pre this, I only knew him by his first name. So he probably sent me that flyer and thought that I knew that he was going to be the DJ because it said music by his name. But I didn't know that was his DJ name. I only knew his government name. So then I go look up his Instagram and his Facebook to like, let me see what this dude has got going on, because I like, clearly I don't know him. And I see as a child, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even date men with kids. But he didn't want to date me, he just wanted to smash. And then the baby's like young, and I'm just like, why did I not do my research? Like, what is going on? And I'm just sitting here looking stupid. This man is DJing and I'm sitting at a table by myself. So then I'm like, let me do a background check on him. Like, let me, since I can't sit and get to know him, because I thought I was going on a date to get to know somebody, let me just do the background check myself. And the site that I use for the background checks, y'all, it don't just tell you like if they've been arrested or anything like that. It don't just tell you like where they previously lived. That junk will tell you if, they went to traffic court, if they sued somebody, if their name was in any law court case, family court, child support. It will tell you everything, y'all. So I'm sitting here looking, like, pulling this man's background check, because I'm like, since I can't get to know you, like, you tricked. I was tricked. I was bamboozled. And I'm texting my sister and my homegirl. I'm like, should I just leave? And so I text him, I'm like, I'm going through the background check. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just leave. So I text him. I was like, I'm about to go.
I went on the worst date of my life last night, and I got catfished before. So if this is the worst date of my life, that said a lot. First of all, I tell my homegirl, I'm like, I really don't feel like going on this date. And she like, girl, he just graduated PA school. He is a doctor. You're going on this date. I tell him I do not like bars. I like hookah bars, hookah lounges, but I don't like bars. That's not my vibe. He takes me to a bar, and immediately I'm like, and he's like, oh, is this not your vibe? Let's go somewhere else. And we end up at a place that I know, a spot that I know that I like. Immediately, he puts his arm around me and starts taking pictures with me like I'm his wife, like I'm his woman. Mind you, this is my first time meeting this man. He is literally taking pictures of me, with me. So I'm annoyed and I'm like looking at him like, that's weird. And he's like, what's weird? I said, it's weird that you're taking pictures of me and with me. I don't know you like that. Like, I don't. Homeboy has an attitude. He's just like, oh, that's weird? Okay. Okay. Like, he's big man. Like, big man. So the man comes to take our order for drinks. I order my drink. My go-to is lychee martini. So I order it. Then he doesn't know what he wants. So my drink comes out and he's like, oh, can I taste? I'm like, sure. And there's no straws. So he's like mouth to glass on my drink. So he's like, oh, this is really good, and orders the same exact thing. So of course, when his drink comes out, I'm like, here, you take my drink, I'll take this one. I think that's fair, y'all. I personally think that's fair. A homeboy is even bigger mad. Like, he wanted me to drink off of his mouth, and I don't know why. So I'm just feeling uncomfortable. It's just weird. Conversation's going, but he's just doing too much. So by now his words are slurring. He's a little tipsy. He's like on his second, third drink. Word slurring. He's asking me the same questions that he not only asked me through text, but asked me literally 2 minutes ago. And I'm just like, it's time to go. So the question he keeps asking me is what type of men I like. And I continue to tell him, I already told you I like confident. Oh, I'm confident. I look good. I know I look good. And he's from New York. So if you know New York men, it's that type of New York man. Fast forward through a whole lot of uncomfortableness. He forces himself to hold my hand while we're walking to my car. 10 years later, we make it to my car, finally. He's asking me if I had a good time, if I think that we'll be able to go out to meet again. I'm not a fan of pissing men off, especially when there's no one else around, so I'm like, we'll talk tomorrow. And then he tried to kiss me.
Last night I had such a bad date. I'm like kind of scared for my life because this guy's kind of psycho. So I met this guy on Hinge. It always starts with Hinge. He picked this like sushi restaurant. He wanted to go get sushi. I mean, he asked me what type of food I like. I told him I'm pretty much open-minded, just pick anything. And so like everything was fine, but he would kind of give me like subtle flags that he had like a small temper. Like he would get like mad over like little things, like, just waiting 5 seconds for the valet person to get the car. But I'm a nice person. I'm a nice girl. I like to see the best in people, so I kind of like ignore those stuff. Big fucking mistake. So at the beginning of the day, he proceeds to say that he has never done anything like this for a woman. He said that he had to drive all the way from Beverly Hills to downtown, and he's never done that. And he's never taken out a woman on a date. So I'm like, what type of women have you been dating then? Like, so when we finished our food, he asked me what I wanted to do after. And I was like, oh, whatever you want. We can go to like a bar, we can go to a club, whatever. So guess what he suggested? He said, since you have a luxury apartment, why don't we go back to your place? And I told him, absolutely not. I don't know you. I don't take people back to my place. Sorry. Respectfully. I said that very respectfully. And he got mad. He kept asking me why. Why can't I go to your place? Why can't I, like, there's no reason. Like, why is the reason? The reason is stupid. Kept saying because I didn't have a valid reason as to why I didn't want to let him into my apartment, that I had to let him in my apartment. At that point, I excused myself to go to the restroom. I was going to leave the date, but me as a nice person, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't know. I'm very nice. I should have fucking left because when I came back, he asked me to split the bill, which threw me off because you suggested to go out with me. You took me on a date. Now you're asking me to pay half because I didn't let you go into my apartment because you didn't get lucky. I grabbed a check. I told the waiter, he's weird. I'm leaving. Charge his card. I'm gone. This man proceeded to chase me down and hold me back and started calling me Mexican trash and broke Mexican. I don't know. He started calling me all these racial slurs. I literally left on a scooter and he started texting me all this crazy shit. I blocked him. He started calling me on unknown numbers. He starts like spamming my Instagram with comments and just disrespectful shit. Literally had to email Hinge and show Hinge all the email threads, everything. I screenshot everything. Like, I am worried I have a stalker now and could kill me because he knows where I live. Men worry about getting finessed on a date out of a meal. but women worry about literally getting killed.
First date is a hit or miss, right? Well, what do? Get back out there and keep trying. Yes, it's rough out there, but don't give up. Keep pushing. Until next video, take care.